surprised. Open your eyes and see what's in front of you.
Oh my God. You just bought me a car? Baby, you are too much. You are heaven sent. In fact, you are my king. Yes, yes, yes.
Anything for you, my love. You have been making me happy, unlike that miserable thing I call a wife at home. Whenever I'm home is either she is watching TV, sleeping or lazing around. At least I have known joy through you, my queen. I'm so tired of that marriage, and I just can't wait to get out of it. Because that woman can't let me go, but I will make sure I frustrate her till she leaves my house.
Well, you better make it first, because I'm also tired of you keeping me as a side chick without claiming me as your wife. I'm running out of patience. You better hurry, or I will have to find someone whom I will call mine.
No, no. Don't ever say that. I can never let you go. In fact, I wish I met you before my wife. She hates my family, loves money a lot, and doesn't even keep herself and the kids clean. Look, I promise I will send her away sooner than you think.
I trust you, my man. I can't wait to be your wife. Hello, my husband. I hope you had a great day at work today. Earlier today, our son John came home with a bank slip from school, and he said they were told to pay their school fees by Friday next week as they are approaching their midterms exams.
You lazy woman. Can you let me at least breathe some fresh air in my own house? You like pressuring me about household responsibilities, as if I don't know what to do as a man. Now is you who tells me what to do or not do in my own house?
Ah. Baba John, why are you angry at me? I'm just telling you the information I got from our son's school. Is there any reason for you to raise your voice at me and call me names?
You are so annoying. What have you ever done in this house apart from sleeping and sitting on the sofas to watch TV? I'm starting to get bored and irritated by you.
I'm just sitting here because I'm done with the house chores, and I thought since my husband had been away to work the whole day, it would be a good idea to at least sit and have some time with you and to also tell you about the children's school. Have I committed a crime in doing so?
I'm so tired. Stop with your lectures and crocodile tears, you pity party woman. I should just go and sleep instead of arguing with an empty vessel like you.
Eh? What have I done wrong to him this time? He just finds it easy to insult and upset me for no reasons. He had been behaving so badly to me these days. I don't know what I have done that he hates me so much.
Listen, Mary. This marriage has become unfit for us. So I'm here to tell you that I will be marrying a second wife, and I will still take full care of you and the children as usual. But it's just that I no longer have strong feelings for you and I must find happiness somewhere else.
What? Since when did you start having this feeling? If I'm doing anything wrong, can we just sit down and talk about it? Instead of throwing away our marriage that we have built for years? Have you thought of how your decision would affect our 3 children?
My decision is final. And the woman I am marrying is ready for a polygamous family, so if you are not in agreement with us, you better leave the house for me and my new wife.
No, you and I build this house together. Even if I didn't contribute cash in the building. I have been here supporting you emotionally, spiritually and even physically. So you can't ask me and my children out of here to the streets. I won't allow that.
You see. That's why I get bored of you. All you know how to do is nagging the whole day. Well, you are the bad woman who doesn't like my younger wife, yet she likes you a lot and speak highly of you. Then get ready to see me walk out of your miserable life forever. As for those kids, they are my children and will always love me no matter what. I hope they come to know what kind of a mother you are.
Mom, do you remember the man that bought me the car? He proposed to marry me as a second wife, but his wife is not on board with him. I don't like that woman and I am just going to do anything to get her out of my way.
Ahaha. Like the mother, like the daughter. You will not accept to be rented a house outside. You will go in that house and make sure you push her out little by little with the help of your husband. You can't live in a rental house when actually your husband has a mansion.
That's my mom, sweet mom. But how will I push her away? She has 3 kids with a man. He may not accept to send his children away.
Is your problem how to send them away, or worried about them being sent away? How is that your business? Come here, let me give you a secret. I will give you little something to put in his food and drinks, and he will love whatever you do, and that will let him push her out by himself. All you have to do is pretend to love her, her kids, and the whole idea of polygamy, while what I gave you will be working behind the scenes. She will be the one to look bad in the eyes of your husband, and he will send her away himself. I can't wait to be receiving the money you will be sending me from your very rich marriage.
That's it. Deal sealed. I will play my cards well and smart as you taught me, and I can't wait to control the whole of that mansion myself. You will be the richest mother-in-law among your peers, Mom. Soon you will be driving a Range Rover. What are you doing in my kitchen? I'm now the one responsible for this house. You need to go and sit down, watch the TV all day like you had been doing according to your husband. Besides, my husband likes what I do to him more, and whenever you cook, your food makes him sick to the stomach. I won't let you kill my husband prematurely with your bad foods. You must talk to me with some respect. This is my kitchen and my house, which I built with my husband, and you are just sitting on my sweat, and I won't allow you speak to me in that manner. I'm just so tired of your first wife treating me badly in this house, as if I'm not a member of this family. What have I done wrong by cooking for my own husband in my house?
Wipe your tears, my love. This woman will not bring me her stupidity, and she will see my wrath today.
Yee. I hope he teaches her the lessons of her life, and throw her and her ugly children out of this house. Yes. What my mom gave me is working. Ever since I started putting it into his food, he sees everything that I do to be good. On the other hand, even a mere cough from his first wife annoys him. Soon I will be the queen of this house.
You evil woman, what have you done to my wife?
What have she told you? I just went to the kitchen to serve the children food, and she has the guest to ask me out of my own kitchen. She even said you told her my foods makes you sick. I had been cooking for you for more than 10 years, and you were healthy and strong. Whom does she think she is to question my care?
She is right to question your care, because she proved to be the best cook than you, and she always takes care of the house, and loves my family members including you and your useless children, and you still hate and disrespect her? How dare you? From today onwards, you and your children will move to the guest room, as this house will be my new wife's. After all, she keeps it well, and not like you, lazy woman.
Hey. You and your newfound angel will surely pay for what you are doing to me and my children, unless this home was not built on my sweat. Or if I'm not the first to start to cook for you in this house. You both will surely reap what you are sowing.
If you had behaved, I would let you stay in the guest room at my mansion, but since you proved stupid by coming to the sitting room where my new wife sits, I don't want to have anything to do with you and your children, and I'm paying you only 6 months' rent in this one-bedroom house for the sake of my children. After that, figure out your own life, and don't ever think of calling me, because all the divorce papers are signed, so I don't want you to trouble me and my wife. As for your kids, they will know one day that I'm their father, and they will look for me. I'm done with you.
Oh God, where do I start from here? How will I feed, clothe, or even pay my children's school fees? I have no savings from my failed marriage, because I was a stay-home mom, because I thought I was submitting to my husband. Now all my hard work is what I left behind for another woman to enjoy. I'm useless and don't deserve to live. I must involve in drugs to numb my pain, because I can't watch my children suffer. No, my friend. You can't think to turn to those evil things. Do you want your children to lose you too? Now you know they don't have a father in their life. The least you can do is stand strong for them, because you are the only person they can look up to. For the time being, we can do a cleaning job at the school I'm working at so you can feed your children. And I will take you to my pastor for counseling, and he can pray for you too. There is nothing God can't do.
Thank you for coming to church today, my sister in Christ. Do not be afraid or worried of how you will take care of your children. God is a miracle-working God, and he will make a way where there seems to be no way, according to his words in Isaiah 43 verse 19. Now that you have no one to lean on, God will get closer to you than ever before.
Pastor, are you trying to tell me that God is closer to single parents than he is with married people?
No, my child. God is closer to all people at all the time, but it's just that we are make ours closer to him or far. For example, many who have husbands, when they lack food, clothes or shelter, or even school fees for their children, they run and report it to their husbands. But you who don't have husbands to turn to, you always run to God for help in everything, and this brings you closer to him than someone who comes to him occasionally. And yes, God lifts the burdens of those that brings them to him in prayers, according to his words in Philippians 4 verse 5-7. So whenever you lack anything, call on God for help in prayers, in accordance to his words in Matthew 7 verse 7, which says, "Ask, and it shall be given unto you."
Thank you, Pastor. I have learned a lot from you today. I feel the heaviness in me is somehow lifted off my shoulders. From now on, I will be running to the Lord for help for anything. I really thank God for you today, my children, because God worked out his miracles and you both got scholarship to America to complete your university. Look at you, my daughter. Today you are a polite and your brother a doctor. I never would have imagined this 20 years ago when your father asked us out of his house with absolutely nothing. Today we own this mansion and you are all successful. What else can I ask from God apart from peace and good health? God is not human to disappoint. Look, now your father is living in the streets as the wife he chose over us stole the house from him and sold it while he was away, and she ran away with his children. I hope your father have learned his lesson and confesses before it's too late for him.
Mom, it's too late for him from the moment he's chased us out of the house we first lived in. We are his first children, but he chose to abandon us for his new family. I will never forgive him.
Good morning, Dr. John. Good morning, sir. Who are you? I'm Mr. Paul, your father. I'm sure you may not remember me that well, son. You were so young when I did the biggest mistake of my life by asking you and your mother out of our house. I wasn't really sane when I chose a stranger over my own family. I deeply regret my acts. I know to ask for forgiveness would be a shame for me to, but I just want to let you and your siblings and mother know that I deeply regret what I did to you all. And after 20 years you have the guts to walk into my office and expect me to open my arms and call you Dad? When you dropped us in that little rat house that day, I heard whatever you said to my mom about how you have absolutely nothing to do with us, and how you said after the 6 months house rent you paid for us expires, Mom should not bother calling you, that you are done with us, and that you should be allowed to enjoy with your new wife. My sister may be young then, and she knew nothing about how badly you abandoned us. But I vividly recall everything just like yesterday. Kindly go back and trace your golden kids and wife whom you gave all your energetic youth time to. And you better get out of my office to the streets I heard you are living in. Get out before I call the security. Mom, can you imagine how shameless Dad is? He walked into my office today talking about how he regretted abandoning us 20 years ago. He thinks I will feel sympathy for him because he knows I heard about how he became homeless because of his wife, and how he is living in the streets these days. What a mess that man is.
My son, your dad came to your office today. How did he know whether we are alive or dead? After all these years he still thinks he is living children? What a world. My son, it's been 2 years now your father had been living in the streets and begging you, my children, for forgiveness, but you are still strong-hearted. I'm not saying you should not be, because as for me, I will never forgive him. But you are his children. I heard that he is very ill these days, and living in the streets worsens up everything, because the condition there is poor. I'm not saying you should take him in, but I'm just asking you and your sister to rent him a small house and get him a house help to be making him food for the sake of him being your father. Unforgiveness won't do you and your sister any good. Remember, it was God that helped us out of the extreme poverty, and to me God would like to see you forgive your father. Because God is a merciful God and we are all sinners. Please, my son.
Must we really do that? Why is it that some parents easily abandon their children just because they know they will come back and they must be accepted just because they are our mothers or fathers?
I'm not saying you should take him in, but I'm just asking you and your sister to you forgive your father.
Okay, Mom, we will do as you say, not for him or the fact that he fathered us, but we are just doing it because if that's what will make you happy and have peace of mind. I will do anything to make sure that you live the rest of your life happy, Mom. I love you dearly. Thank you for asking the kids to get me a place to stay. Your son told me that it was you who asked them to do it.
I'm just here to check on how you are doing with your sickness, that's all. Don't thank me, they are your children regardless. As for my coming here, I'm doing it as a charity work for God that lifted me up out of the unbelievable condition you left us in.
I know. If it was not for God, you and the children would be dead by now because I abandoned you and never looked back for 20 years. The one I left you for, left me for another man after selling the house. I must just accept my destiny, because this is karma as said in the Bible in Galatians 6 verse 7 to 9, that whatever one sows in this world, one must surely reap it. I wish I knew the word of God before all my mistakes. Talking won't solve anything now. Well, you go back to your place, because I am sure this little room suffocates you.
Keep taking your medications, you will be fine. I must go back home now.